Welcome to the Wolfish stream where we're playing Metroid for the NES on the Nintendo Switch 2. We're taking on Brinstar and attempting to defeat Kraid with our surplus or high health amount that we collected at the end of the last episode. We're in Brinstar, and we're heading either basically straight for Kraid, and take little damage because Kraid is quite the obstacle. Missile expansion. Not sure how much farther it's going to be to get to Kraid. We are faring pretty well so far. Or not. These enemies do a lot of damage per hit. Oh, I got hit on the way out. Let's see. I remember there being a way to make it through here. And there might be an energy tank on the other side. Oh no! I hit twice by that guy. Fortunately, he did not drop me anything. Health being the specific desired drop. I did take 2 hits of damage from it, so hurt pretty hard. I know Kraid is at the bottom of one of the shafts that look like that, with the 1 block platforms to jump between or from. Might be on the other end of this. There we go. Granted that this comes from a single tile platform shaft. Oh no, we killed it! Taking heavy damage thus far. It's looking very bright. Not even a 20 HP drop there. I know you get to Kraid by heading to the right. And I take this right, hoping it takes me to a different location. Just a missile. Avoiding that damage. Health pickups. We're hurting pretty hard. We just took damage on the way out there. I think it's through this missile door. I'm gonna try to land on a platform. Oh no, we were just here. I'm gonna freeze this guy. Or the missile door. Right. think this is the path you have to take to get to Kraid. Put that enemy off our radar, thank goodness. Oh, it fell in the lava. Hopefully that's a 20 drop. It was. We're going to take 20 damage from that enemy. We're going to travel to the top, and we are at the top, so we're thinking this is definitely the Kraid area. We are looking for some extra drops, like missile expansions and energy tanks on our way to Kraid. This is a missile expansion. Wait, that was 20. Oh no! Right. Out of here. So Freak Bats was a 5 at best. I know at the bottom of this area is Kraid, so almost there. This reminds me of the shaft at the left that I don't want to be at. So I'm gonna do my best to skip that area and make it to the bottom without dying. Perhaps that is the right way. Hopefully we don't die on our way up forward. Seems pretty unlikely at this point. Alright, we made it. And I'm gonna farm HP here until I have full. Pretty lucky with the drop so far. It's gonna take a bit of time. There is a energy tank in Kraid's arena, but he does about 20-30 damage per hit. So even though I could get full health and more health from before I defeat him, I'm gonna gamble having to get here again from the elevator until I have a sufficient amount of health. This is kind of a risky boss to fight as well, with its has little darts or spikes it shoots at you that you can freeze, but if you freeze them, it blocks the damage that would go through them and damage him. So you kind of want to freeze the darts off of him, get in front of the dart, and then spam missiles when he's able to take, in a location he's able to take damage, and stand the spikes that you freeze that you keep behind you, keep you from getting knocked back, and you can just unload on him all the missiles you want to damage him with, and hopefully get through the spikes. Because there's 3 of those, and then he has 2 boomerangs that he throws over in an arch pattern that you can also freeze, which limits his ability to hit you or use them again if they're frozen. So freezing his munitions is a strong point of the strategy to beat him. It also prevents him from using those munitions on you between the time they're frozen and not frozen. Or between the times they're not frozen when they are frozen. You will not be able to fire those munitions at you. This is a pretty tough boss, so I'm just getting prepared. Let's challenge the boss. I'm gonna try to get the link here. I'm turning black and I can't see myself. Where am I? Okay, I've heard myself taking damage from the lava. This is not good. Keep going invisible, where I can't see. Oh no! Really trying to get that energy tank, and right when before I died, I could actually have a chance of getting it, and then I took my last damage. I was unable to get full life. If I hadn't been turning black from all that damage, I would have been doing fine. Died. Looks like there's a missile expansion or energy tank through that direction, so we're gonna follow through with that and try to complete it. Unfortunately, the flying enemy unfroze or wasn't frozen for my attempt to exit, so he was able to hit me as a morph ball. HP drop will prevent them from spawning while I make my escape off the screen. Ah, it's an energy tank, sweet. That saves me a lot of time healing up before the final battle with Kraid. Battle with Kraid, that is. At least beforehand, where I'm going to be attempting to collect that energy tank, because I'm going to try to die after beating him to teleport to the elevator. That's the wrong way. There, that's the right way. If I took the other route, I'd be stuck by that platform right there. Oh, he dropped the health drop. thinking it's this first missile door that'll take me to Kraid. Dang it. Didn't see that coming. I was aiming for the screw attack instead of the freeze beam. Guess we haven't been through here yet. Only had 30 HP when I tried to get that. And it looks like the way to Kraid. It's not. Why those seem to stop spawning when I freeze them for a long time before killing them. Quite sure. I'm a little lost on how to get to Kraid since I made some progress where I didn't expect to. Oh yeah, I know where it is now. It's that missile door that you have to freeze the wire to access. Screw attack for some reason. Get off me. Alright, this might be it. No, I don't think it is. It is though. Is this the bottom? Oh. Let's take the second door up. That's just where we came from, so let's go to the bottom one. They all look the same. Same obstacles and enemies until you get past the first initial spot of the entryway. It will hit you through the door if you don't freeze them. Good enough use of this energy tank. I wanted to have it for the battle with Kraid, but it seems like I'm losing a lot of HP on the way there. Unfortunately. The area? Nope. Something tells me it's the second way up. I'm gonna avoid this damage as much as I can. Oh, wow, I got hit 3 times on the way out. At least. second. It's probably going to be the same rendering. To the bottom. Ouch. Like I said, I don't know why they're not spawning when I breed them for a while before killing them, but it's working, so I'm going to keep doing it. Bit back there. Looks like the right way. Down. I'm going to check up. Oh. This is, the very beginning. Wow, so that's helpful. All I have to do is get to the beginning and drop down. The elevator and drop down, and that's where Kraid's navigable path is located. I don't get hit by that, but I did. All the way to the bottom. As if they couldn't make the map more confusing, they the enemies as well as the terrain for these areas, just to be like, have I been here before? It's like inducing deja vu seemingly on purpose. Hopefully we don't go invisible this time. We try to collect our energy tank. I was shooting a video of Mega Man 2 where I was explaining how my character has turned completely black and blended in with the background, and I couldn't see where I was going. And then at the end, his face, Mega Man's face started turning black. Like that, right there. And all I had was, because I re-recorded in a different sitting, because I was not doing so hot on that recording, so I had to start over. I did not have the exact example that I was talking about where I turned black and was invisible as my character, and I just couldn't see where it was. And I was basically just as bad a situation as fighting Kraid and not being able to see myself to get that energy tank. Well, after this next drop, we're going to try to get my energy tank and fight Kraid. Let's drop. Oh, I'd be frozen. Or unfrozen. So, here we go. Alright. Time to fight. Not doing so hot. I froze the darts I want to freeze off of him. Because they do change sides if you hop over him. They will continue to be on your side. Grad enemy. Works best. He also gives you 75 missiles. And that unlocks the ability to trigger the totems of Kraid and Ridley in the first area. So we're going to quick teleport back to that area, collect an energy tank, and take on the Metroids in the hardest area of the map. Sit right here where the two enemies spawn. 20 damage a hit. That'll teleport us back to the beginning of Brinstar instead of having to take those destructible blocks that regenerate the top and to escape the lair of Brinstar, which is all too frustrating to have to try to time out when those blocks are going to spawn back. Back to the start. There's a way on the NES, if you have two controllers, to just basically spawn back where you started at that part of the map. If you just like push start A, and it'll act like you died and give you the password, which is like how you save on Zelda. The first one, The Legend of Zelda, without dying. So you use the second controller and the up A options with the second controller to activate certain mechanisms in the game that are commonplace today in today's consoles. Required two controllers on the Nintendo Entertainment System for whatever reason. So they just didn't have the buttons they needed. So right here's the energy tank we were talking about earlier. It helps to take out that Shriek Bat beforehand and come back and kill it, because on the way down the first way, he'll be attacking you to the left, and it's hard to freeze him before, or on the right side, if not impossible, to freeze him on the side you desire to freeze him without respawning him in. And like I said, the top area of this blue shaft will be the final area's path with the Ridley and Kraid switch that only trigger if you've defeated them. Wish me luck. About to be challenging Metroids. You have to freeze them and hit them with 5 missiles to defeat them, but they drop like 30 missiles at a time and 30 HP at a time, or like 50 HP at a time. If they drop something at all, they give you a handsome amount of the drop they offer, which is nice, but if you do get hit by them, they take basically more HP than they restore, because you have to turn into the morph ball and drop a bomb before they unlatch to you, which is ample time to do more than 30 damage, especially if there's multiples on you. They do cumulative damage, so it's a pretty tough enemy. going to try to maintain full health the whole way through this last area, since I'll be having to take on the Mother Brain at the end, who does 30 damage per hit. I'm really hoping I can defeat him on the first try, the Mother Brain. By him, I mean it for them. The good thing about Metroids and the freeze beam is that if you hit them multiple times with the freeze beam, they stay frozen. That's the best thing about Metroids. And look how many missiles I get. 30 missiles as a drop. And missile door, I believe. Bubbles do 30 damage per hit. As you see, they had hit me by the time I got through the door, which is a huge concern with this area. Finally off me. Good thing they both dropped me 30 HP, but I'll have to farm health for the boss because of all that damage they just did to me. Goodness. And I didn't switch to missiles too early there, which I tried to, but I missed the button. So I lucked out against my intention. Every time you kill one of these, they respawn, which is the main reason I hate the ice beam for unfreezing and doing damage. This is where I'm going to want to farm HP, or not, maybe in the entrance, because there's no bubbles to defeat. I'm going to die. When they're off the screen, they spawn a new one. Always three bubbles. And see, one just spawned right on me, and I'm gonna die from such a occurrence. Now shoot twice and kill it instead of freezing it. It's just really hard to navigate. We're gonna sit here and farm Metroid to get our HP to max. So that means we can't get hit. And we have to make more missiles and we lose. Which is nice when they're actually dropping them. Yep. If I get eaten once by the Metroid, I will be dead. This HP. It's best to farm here for HP because those bubbles still do 30 damage to you. and they will not stop coming. There's always 3 of them on the screen when they spawn, or where they spawn. Guess I got missiles from that drop. If there was a drop. Exit. They do give you like a last ditch chance at freezing them before they do massive damage, latch on to you before, like, they won't let go. Oops, that screen captured. More health. Right, throws that one. Right, still short on HP. It's best that I make the HP back in this room rather than taking on a room with bubbles, and then I'll have to somehow maintain my HP in this room all the way throughout the level. Like I said, they give you like a last chance to shoot them with the ice beam if they latch on, which is the biggest saving grace for the Metroids being a tolerable enemy. Or a good farming enemy for health and missiles, but I haven't gotten very many missiles lately, so that is concerning. But at least I'm getting HP. They basically guarantee a drop from their defeat. Close to full HP. We're gonna call it a day on farming here, and we're gonna try to progress through the terrible bubble areas. And having a good stock of missiles is necessary for this part of the game, because the only way to progress when you're fighting the final boss is to use missiles. It's the only thing that does damage to the final boss, and it is necessary to progress to the final boss, considering the obstacles that you have to destroy on the way to it are only damageable or destructible by missiles. Dang it, I thought I was short enough to make it through that. I believe this is the last area before the boss is available. Almost there. This is the last area. Hopefully there's no bubbles to deal with, because they are the easiest thing to distract or hurt you while you're trying to farm for HP and missiles from the Metroid, if that is the plural twins. Back up to full energy tanks. Get that HP before it disappears. Just gonna leave this Metroid behind and hope that there's other Metroids on the way to the boss. Or that can just spawn in that aren't impossible to hit. We're at full health, we just need missiles. Is it the last area? Yeah, it is. And I did not use the morph ball to enter, so I will take damage upon entering. Dang it. 60 damage right there. Not doing so hot this round. Thus far, that is. Freeze that, I can use it as a platform. And I'm not able to. I'm jumping high enough to get hit. Then they spawn on you. I do have an extra energy tank compared to what I was training with to be able to beat this in my playthrough. We do have a saving grace, and it's that I have more energy than I'm used to take on this boss. I'll land on this. Run. They just spawn right on you, doing 30 damage. It's pretty tough. Tough boss. Freeze that, turn and shoot. Do we have enough HP to make it through this? Gonna get a new spawn of a bubble. In pretty good shape. almost dead. And so is it. And when it dies, all the bubbles disappear, so I just have to survive the lava on the way out. And then I gotta escape before the place self-destructs. I pushed A, but I didn't get the jump. How unfortunate. Should be close to the end now. There we go. And that's Metroid. In under 3 hours. Great, you fulfilled your mission. It will revive peace in space, but it may be invaded by the other Metroid. Pray for a true peace in space. This is where the term, or the phrase, Metroid was a girl comes from, because no one knew Samus's name when this came out, and I saw somebody beat this when I was just a wee lad. Huh. Interesting. She's not the same rendering as I got in the last playthrough. They only took off her helmet. In my last playthrough, she was in a unitard and had bare legs and just the unitard for a torso, and her hair wasn't curly, it was straight. So I'm wondering if I did better or beat it faster or died less, that it would change the suit or appearance of Samus if I played again. But yeah, that's how you find out that Samus was a girl. And a lot of people didn't know that when this game came out, so it was pretty intriguing and groundbreaking to have a female lead in a space pirate police bounty hunter type game. Yep, but that about does it for Metroid Episode 3, the final episode. Well, not maybe final, but I might do a challenge run or play more episodes of Metroid in different challenges, or with attempt to make it so I beat it with the other reveal, the costume that she's in. So yeah, just letting you know that if you play again on this same file, which it will say the end, you push start and it starts you over again, it'll be in the costume they reveal at the end, and you will retain some of your upgrades, like I was saying before. But that does it for the episode. I'm just gonna do my wrap up and show you the new Game Plus kind of thing, and see if what upgrades we keep with this different uniform or rendering of Samus. And till next time, have a good one, and I'll catch you later. I guess I'm not playing as Samus without the suit on. But we do have spin attack, morph bombs, and no missiles or energy tanks. So that's how this one goes. We do have high jump. Yeah, but that's it. I'm gonna save this and call it a day. Toodaloo.